I was in Vegas.
All right, it's saying that I'm not on one of mine. My personal, my. Oh, look, there we go. All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with what? Mike Kelly's in the studio.
What? I feel like I was lost.
It's been like a whole week.
It's been 8 days. Way too long to hang out in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my God, my liver. I'm going to have it removed and replaced with a 21-year-old liver. No, that'd be horrible. 16-year-old liver.
Yeah, that's still not going to work.
11-year-old liver.
You won't be able to do what you need to do.
Yeah, true.
With a new liver. So anything new? Because you were at a RE/MAX convention, right?
Yeah, it's a RE/MAX convention. The opening day was pretty exciting. Dave Linegar came out. He's the founder of RE/MAX, not executive, but RE/MAX International, all the holding companies. And we talked a little bit about the lawsuit, the settlement. People are misconstruing the word settlement with found guilty.
They always do.
Yeah, I know they do. The settlement is stop the bleeding. This has been going on for 7 years. We don't need it to go on anymore. We settle $418 million. National Association of Realtors does. And what the determination is, we can no longer, which I'll say something in just a second, but we can no longer offer compensation through the multiple listing service. Okay.
Right.
Back in the old days, in the early 1900s, when I first started, we didn't do that. We didn't offer compensation through the multiple listing service. Of course, we had a book. We didn't have a computer, and the agent was accustomed to writing an offer and then saying under the compensation clause, seller to pay the broker.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm boring you.
That's okay. No, I just
seller pay the broker 3% minus $20, and the $20 was the Metro List stamp to be able to put your home in Metro List. Now, this is just all National Association of Realtors MLSs that are saying we can't do this anymore. We can't offer compensation in the MLS, which is really funny because I remember when they finally said, maybe 20 years ago, hey, we're going to start offering compensation through the MLS. So the buyer's agent knows what they're getting compensated. I'm sure all the other wholly owned subsidiaries, or not subsidiaries, but people who are not part of the National Association of Realtors, MLSs that are not, will follow suit. So they will fall under the settlement agreement.
How many non-NARS car kind of
quite a few.
Oh, really?
We have Metro List that covers most of California's Central Valley, from Sacramento, actually even higher there, all the way down to Merced and a little bit further down over into
So that's not part of the NAR?
That's a completely separate independent MLS company.
Okay, so I didn't know NAR had a MLS.
Yeah, NAR has an MLS, CAR has an MLS, and they'll follow suit with NAR.
Right, but so basically the Metro List can still do it.
Could, but they wouldn't be protected under the settlement that NAR hammered out.
If they did.
Okay,
gotcha.
So you're going to see more buyer brokerage agreements being used in our area. Right. Buyer brokerage agreements have been around forever and ever and ever, and a lot of places use them and have always used them. Like Canada's like, dudes, this is the only way we've been doing it.
Well, Washington State's been doing it for a while. My son, when he went to buy his house, they were like, okay, sign this. I go, if you sign that, you're responsible. But as a veteran, you can't pay that.
Right.
And these are vets who are doing these contracts. And don't you know that?
I remember talking about that. It was interesting. And you know what? The agent doesn't know. They're just saying, this is what we normally do. So this is what you got to do.
Because NAR is reached out to VA, and everybody's reaching out to VA to make the changes, because I've been talking about how great the VA's been. I closed my first one, not my first one, but like one that's in less than 15 days. And I actually could have closed it at 9. Everyone's like, you're crazy. There's no way you can do that. Well, I have another one.
Hold my beer.
Right. I have another one. Yeah. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Right. I have another one. It's like, okay, yes, I can do these in 15 days, but everybody else has to be on board.
Right.
The appraiser.
You mean title company and
yeah. Well, this one, the prelim came in 24 hours, so
yeah,
they actually
the
had
new
their
one that you
plant.
got.
Yeah, they actually had their own plant. But again, it's it's one of those things. It's like, yes, we can do them in 15 days.
Mhm.
It's just the appraiser has to be on board to do it in 15 days.
Yeah. Yeah. So there were 5,500 to 6,000 Remax agents from all over the world in Vegas for a week, and it was interesting.
Good. Well, how are they thinking? Market. Why don't you get our numbers while I'm talking?
It's Friday.
Yeah, I know.
Forgot.
You just got back. It's like Monday.
It feels like Monday to me. I don't got to do anything.
Oh, and we've been missing you at Rotary, just so you know.
Oh, how did it go?
It went okay. First last week, Thursday.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Bluetooth didn't work.
What?
Most of the mics failed. And then they had Greens had their people come in and check it. And yesterday, everything worked, and the guy was there, and he's like, "I go, dude, everything's working." He goes, "It always works that way."
Yeah.
When we come.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Now,
probably all had new batteries. That's probably my number one thing.
Well, I've got a whole new box of batteries.
So did Mel brought his own.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And I said, you don't need them. The other thing they did is they brought out the plug-in mic.
Oh, did they? Just in case?
Yeah. But we didn't need it. All right. I'm going to go through my numbers real quick and we'll get back to your real estate.
Okay.
All right. So PCE, that's the personal consumption expenditures came out today.
Mm-hmm.
Increased by 0.3% and increased So February increased by 0.3% and increased 0.1% to 2.5 year over year in line with expectations. So that's the regular number came in with what they thought. So when they take out all the volatile stuff that's really important to be in there that shows the inflation,
right,
which is called the core, yeah, stuff that's not very volatile, it increased 0.3 month over month, slightly below expectations of 0.4, and decreased by 0.1 to 2.8% year over year.
Yeah,
but that also matched expectations. So, and it was like, well, what's the market doing today? Nothing. It's closed. It is Good Friday.
Well, it's pretty great Friday, really, because I know I won't be consuming alcohol today.
That's good. Your liver will thank you. Apartment list rental report came out, and they were talking about the March rental report, which talks about rents, how they've risen.
Yep.
And they rose 0.6% since the other month, which would be February, and they're actually year over year down 0.8% for rent.
Really?
Yeah, which is better than the negative 1% in the prior month. Meaning that rents are going up better for the landlords,
right?
Not for the renters,
right?
So long story short, I saw an article said it was cheaper for people to rent than buy in most markets, and they were saying the average cost for a mortgage payment was like $1,200. I'm like, what market is that in?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that market would be much cheaper to rent in.
Is that Midwest?
Yeah, I think so. And then CoreLogic came out with their loan report showing that delinquencies are down. I'm not going to get into the numbers, but they're showing down again, which is good. Pending home sales came out yesterday. I talked about it a little bit, but they increased by 1.6 of in February. So what is that? More than 1.5.
Yeah.
And they were expecting 1.5, and it came in at 1.6.
Okay.
Yeah. So a little bit better. Year over year, pending home sales are down 7%, but it's an improvement from a 8.8% decline in the last report, which was last month. Long story short, there was not a lot going on last year.
No, there was. Year. I mean, we had nothing to talk about last year too. All
right, so that's pretty much what I have. Basically, or better. We actually have more inventory in the market today than we did last year at this time nationwide. You have 24% more.
Really?
It sounds like a lot, but that's still only 510,000 last week, and we normally have close to 1 million something. So it's still, even with the increase, it's just what we're in the last 2 years increase. Yeah.
I know before we went on, you talked about NAR wants a VA.
We kind of talked about it real quick.
Yeah, real quick. You want to go over a little bit more?
I've been talking about it all week, but basically VA can't pay for buyer commission. The
buyer's agent commission.
Correct. Yeah. The veteran cannot. That's the illegal in their thing. That's the only thing that's pretty much illegal in there these days. And so NAR reached out to VA to say, hey, we need you to work on this. And they were already talked to by some other people going, hey, can you work on this to get this so, veterans can purchase a home?
Right.
Going forward.
Yeah, that would be horrible to cut out a whole slew of veterans. Oh, sorry. Most veterans have money, but don't want to use it. They don't have to use it.
Yeah.
And
I think having the buyer pay for the commission is the wrong thing.
Buyer, I do too. That's
just my take on it.
Well, and the one thing the one thing I don't ever hear anybody talking about, except for me, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but what the offer of compensation to the buyer creates is competition on the seller's property,
Mm-hmm.
raising the prices, getting a better price for the seller, which is what the listing agent is supposed to do. It's not artificially inflating the value of the property. It's creating what's called a market.
Well, that's like closing costs. Is that artificially inflating the value? Technically, it could if the value didn't come in.
Right.
But appraisers do opinion of value. I mean, it's their opinion. So they can't push the numbers.
Right.
I mean, they go, okay, this is the purchase price. Let me go check the neighborhoods and see if there's anything that supports it. That one does, and that one does. And then these other ones. If they come back and say it doesn't support it, then you can't go over the value.
Right.
So going over the value with closing costs or the buyer commission,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be inflating it.
Right. Well, you remember in 20 and 21 where values were rising and there were very few comps to support the appraisal. So
That's always January through March every year.
So
usually.
it was not uncommon for us to write purchase price to be $350. Buyer agrees to pay up to $25,000 above appraised value, not to exceed the original purchase price. Okay. That's how they were getting around the lower appraisals because there were no comps to support it.
As soon as that property closed,
did that artificially raise the market? No,
Yes.
that was the competition.
Yes, it did until the property closed, and then now that's the new value.
Exactly. Yeah.
But technically, when you pay over the appraised value because you want that house, I'm giving you $20,000 over.
Right.
Technically, you are artificially inflating it, but that's because of the market. The sell is whatever someone's willing to pay the seller for the property is what the property is worth.
Yeah, and my feel is take out artificially because the market's driving it up. It's a real market.
I understand that.
I know
those terms
it's
they
semantics.
Like. It's those little terms they like. You know,
I don't
unhoused,
but I don't like them.
Unhoused.
You mean homeless?
They were assaulted.
Yeah,
they were this. Anyway.
So there's
you have numbers.
There's a huge concession, or there's a huge understanding that.
I have a feeling closed sales are down. I just have this feeling.
Let's find out. Are they
compared to the last report?
Yeah.
We were 500 and something, 567 or something like that.
Yeah, we were. This
is nationwide.
This is California, all of California.
I just saw your screen.
So I know you did.
I looked through the two cameras and the lights to see it.
But let's. I can't remember the thought earlier about.
It'll come back to you.
The prices. Anyway,
through the roof.
Here we go. Through the roof. 467 closed sales per day for the week ending in March 23rd.
That's only 170,455 for the year.
Right.
People like,
do you remember
what does that
we
mean?
Did last year? Was it 168?
We were lucky if we were even going to get to that.
Yeah.
I think it was 158 or something like that.
Here's an increase, though. You have 599 pending sales per day. So that's an increase from, I believe, the week prior to. And new listings per day, 676. We haven't seen any of those, a number like that in maybe since 2 years we've been doing this.
Well, no, but we haven't seen these numbers probably prior to 20 and 21 is when we probably saw these.
Right.
Yeah. Realtors are saying, I can't tell you because I've been at a conference. You okay there?
You're going to kill me.
All that smoking getting back to you.
Oh, God. It was always nice to go outside. 11.5% closed the sale. So we're down 8.8. 12.5% entered in escrow and 13.9% listed a house. I've got some listings actually coming up. They're finally going to be ready.
What's the price point?
This next week? Anywhere from probably 4 to 554. So, entry level.
That is entry level.
I know.
Entry level.
I know.
And that's an entry level of 30, depending on your type of loan loan you have, could be between 3,200 to 3,500.
So realtors they still have a positive attitude. This is what they think will happen.
If they think it will come.
It will come. If they build it, it will come. So they're positive in the market changing. the elevator speech and the hallway talk was, it's going to get better after the end of March. It's going to get better, so it means there's a lot of people dying on the vine.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough out there. It's kind of like Glenn Ross, in the beginning. Hey, Chuck.
What did you say?
I
What did he say, Chuck?
I don't remember. I say so much stuff. I don't remember what I said.
So the general
about your Remax caffeine and the smoke.
Yeah, the
about
general
I don't know,
consensus
'cause
over
I've been at a
the
conference.
over the settlement, and everybody going to be, most likely everybody's going to be required to do a buyer brokerage agreement, is that there will be a general cleansing of realtors in the market. So those
You mean the part-timers?
Those that do one transaction a year are going to drop out.
Well, they needed to anyway, because there's too many agents already, and there's just not enough volume to support everybody.
Just like you're seeing in the lending industry, so many people leaving the market last year, and then probably a lot more this year.
Well, yeah, because if we only close 200 and some a month in Stanislaus County, and a third of that's going to be cash, and then you're going to have another 20% going to be investors.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't leave a lot of regular loans.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
No.
And there's a lot of lenders that are fighting for those regular loans.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's why I say, don't send me all your business, send me your VA.
Yeah, just send me your VA.
That's all I want.
Do all of them.
Yeah, because I can get them done in less than 15 days. And by the way, I just want to bring this up again. Our veterans Operation Firewalk, get this out there, let people know about it. We're having a firewalk for veterans and first responders, and that's Friday and Saturday. Most people are going to be setting up to come on Saturday. Saturday was the original first day for everything, and then we added the Friday before for everybody who's helping us put this on to come out and see what veterans and first responders are going to go through on Saturday.
Right.
But if you're local, come, because it starts at like 5:15 and eating at like 5:30. But on Saturday, it's a little bit later.
You got eating at 5:30. What time do you have heating?
That's not until probably 8:30
p.m.
Yes.
It's a little cooler outside.
Yeah, so if you want to check it out, go to Operation Firewalk, or use your phone right now on the screen and get that QR code right there, or reach out to me. Get this out to everybody. Let them know. I mean, there's a lot of veterans out there. There's a lot of people, but this is open to anybody that's that's in Rotary helping us put this on, in their family. Come out here and check it out and walk.
Yeah.
I can't get my wife to do it. She's too much of I don't want to do it. That's okay. I have my past clients, the vets, all of them are doing it, and
they're excited.
One of their sisters wants to do it. I'm like, you can have my wife's spot.
There you go.
Yeah,
cool.
All right. There were some other things I wanted to talk about, because there was a lot of stuff going on this week. But it really is. I know it was focused on NAR, VA, but one of my clients, there was an issue. I can't think of it now, but I'll definitely know as soon as we hang up.
I hate that, but I do like that I finally go, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm taking a shower tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That was the whole statement I had.
They're in a transaction, they're having an issue, or
no, just in general. Just in, one thing I'm going to say. So our biggest thing that we do with VA, so they don't have an issue with Pest or whatever, is do the short form Pest report VA. And the easiest way to do that is in our area. I know Best Pets does it. Best Pest.
They have some pretty nice pets in the office.
Anyway, they'll do it, and they'll do a regular one and it, so you get both of them. Even if if your seller is going to do the repairs,
right?
Still do it, because then I don't have to wait for anything to be done.
Right.
Or, oh, by the way, this section item 2 was a health and safety, and they didn't do this. Or, oh, by the way, it needs more inspection behind here. That's got to be done.
Yeah.
So just make it easier on everybody. I'm not trying to send all the business to one company in town. I just think everybody else should do it also. So if you're another company out there that will do these short form VAs, please let us know, because we're always looking for additional
companies. Can drop a comment in the comments section,
or just reach out to me. Yeah, email me at Parcaut.com. That's the easiest way. Let us know who we'll start using you, because it's important. Because I have one right now that seller's doing everything, but I'm waiting. Okay, so I got this in on Monday.
Right.
Approval was yesterday
on the loan.
All I'm waiting on is Pest and appraisal.
Mm-hmm. Where's the property? Is it in a snow territory?
Hell no. No, it's here in Modesto.
Cool.
It's just the appraiser's out of the area. on this one.
Oh, so
The last
they
one,
have to
the
come
last
back
VA
down.
appraiser was in Modesto, so he was out there the next day. Well, this one was out the day, almost the next day.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he'll be here by Monday, and we. Yeah.
No, let me ask you a question. So the appraiser has to go back out and make sure the work's done.
What work?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, they got to go out the first time.
Oh, they haven't been out there yet.
I got it on Monday.
Okay.
Disclosed on Monday. Ordered appraisal on I think.
Well, what were they doing last weekend?
They weren't even in contract. No, the appraiser grabbed it, but what people don't understand with VAs, they can go see the property and they have 10 days to do the report.
Right.
And
right.
that's like, okay, well, you see the contract's only 15 days. Will you help us out here, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't get lucky, but the other appraiser was out there that weekend.
Oh yeah. He got it Friday, went and saw it Friday, wrote it up and had it to us by Sunday. We could have the same thing, have it by Saturday, and dude, even the end of next week's not even 15 days yet. It's only 12.
Right.
So we'll be
Cool.
fine. We'll be fine. But I'm just saying, the biggest issue is why deal with having to get a pest clearance anyway on a VA if we don't have to. Still do what you guys want to do.
Right.
But I have to have both those things before I can get to docs.
Right.
Because our docs are pre-funded. So there is no, oh, by the way, after funding, we need this. There is no after funding. It's just funds and it's done once they sign.
Fun and done.
Yeah. All right.
That was a good conversation.
Yeah. Well, it was good to have you back here. It's been me the whole week.
You're probably
this is what we have. Okay. Well, this is what's going on. This is it. And this is it. Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And again, let everybody know about Operation Firewalk. Go to operationfirewalk.com. Please get the word out for me. We need your help on this. Thank you. Is this the comment from Chuck Lynn? Yeah. Okay.
And
he's always dressed up really nice.
Yeah. Well, it's a picture,
Well, no, he had a picture. He was in a tux the last time I saw him.
Oh, what did he do? What is he?
I have no idea. He'll reach out and tell you.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, you have
a good Easter, Chuck,
too, Chuck,
and everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's I think that's a new headshot. Chuck, is that a new headshot? You got rid of your one from high school?
He used AI.
AI.
Hey, could you make me look better?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I asked that of AI and it said no.
Yeah.
Oh,
we just did.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here. And thank you for watching there, Mr. Chuck. He did.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Bye. See you on Monday.
Great days. Great weekend.
Go sell some
Easter.
homes. All right. Bye.
Bye.